This morning I convened the largest, strongest group of countries yet behind a just and lasting peace in Ukraine. Now, a huge amount has happened since I brought leaders together at Lancaster House here in London. That was just 2 weeks ago. President Zelensky has shown once again, and beyond any doubt, that Ukraine is the party of peace. Volodymyr has committed to a 30-day unconditional ceasefire. But Putin is trying to delay, saying there must be a painstaking study before a ceasefire can take place. Well, the world needs action, not a study, not empty words and conditions. So my message is very clear. Sooner or later, Putin will have to come to the table. Russia's appetite for conflict and chaos undermines our security back here at home in the United Kingdom. It drives up the cost of living. It drives up energy costs. So this matters deeply to the United Kingdom. That is why now is the time to engage in discussion. We agreed we will keep increasing the pressure on Russia, keep the military aid flowing to Ukraine, and keep tightening the restrictions on Russia's economy to weaken Putin's war machine and bring him to the table. And we agreed to accelerate our practical work to support a potential deal. So we will now move into an operational phase. Our militaries will meet on Thursday this week here in the United Kingdom to put strong and robust plans in place to swing in behind a peace deal and guarantee Ukraine's future security. President Trump has offered Putin the way forward to a lasting peace. Now we must make this a reality. So this is the moment to keep driving towards the outcome that we want to see, to end the killing, a just and lasting peace in Ukraine, and lasting security for all of us. There is a stronger collective resolve, and new commitments were put on the table this morning, both in relation to the coalition of the willing in terms of defending the deal, also in relation to the wider point, which is the collective defence and security of Europe. So more commitments on the table this morning, and an agreement that we now move to the operational phase, which is why the talks on Thursday, the military talks, will become the next focal point. There was a wider agreement this morning, which was that the yes but from Russia is not good enough, and that we agreed collective pressure will be put on Russia from all of us who are in the meeting this morning. So I'd say overall we are successfully gathering political and military momentum. I think more widely there was an appreciation this morning that a wider argument that I've been making that goes beyond just the question of Ukraine is that Europe needs to step up in its own defence and security. I've been clear that it needs to be done in conjunction with the United States. As I think you know, we are talking to the US on a daily basis. My NSA was over there yesterday, just arrived back this morning. So the position on doing this in conjunction with the United States hasn't changed, and that's why we're having the detailed discussions that we are. On your wider challenge that Putin is saying yes, but we need to get him to yes and get round the table. And I do believe we can apply collective pressure to that end. 2 weeks ago, I was challenged on whether we'd even get as far as we've got now. We have moved forward, and that is good. The operational meeting is where the discussions are taking place as to what the capabilities will be. I've indicated a willingness for the United Kingdom to play a leading role in this, and indicated that if it's necessary, that will be troops on the ground and planes in the sky. There are different capabilities from different countries, but those are the operational discussions that are going on in relation to what this coalition of the willing will be able to provide. But obviously, we've got to get a deal first, so there's the pressure that needs to be put on to Russia to get around the table, to get the deal. Then there's a question of a ceasefire for a possible short period, and then the lasting peace that we need to see. There are 2 points of pressure. The first is more military capability for Ukraine, and fresh commitments put on the table this morning in that regard. So this group is moving forward on that. That's short-term military capabilities and longer-term military capabilities, because we also see Ukraine playing its own part in any security arrangements, which is very important. In terms of the sanctions, yes, we want to tighten the sanctions still further, and we discussed this morning how much further we can go, including the question of frozen assets. That is a complicated question, as I think everybody appreciates. So we discussed further sanctions that have got nothing to do with the assets, which we will take forward as a result of this morning's discussion, but also a continuing discussion about what more can be done on the assets themselves. I am clear in my own mind that President Trump is absolutely committed to the lasting peace that is needed in Ukraine, and everything he's doing is geared towards that end. I'm also absolutely clear that the relationship between the UK and the US is the closest of relationships between allied countries, has been for decades and will continue to be for many years ahead. So that's the basis on which we're planning. Firstly, the effect of the sanctions on the Russian economy have been pretty profound. We shouldn't underestimate the impact that they've already had. And by doubling down and increasing the sanctions, that will cause even more pressure and pain on the Russians, in combination with what President Trump is indicating would be the consequences as he sees it and the action that he proposes to take. So that's quite a combination. We can move this forward to get the parties round the table for negotiations. And what then needs to come out of that is the just and lasting peace that everybody wants, not least the Ukrainians, and which is very important to the defence and security of Europe, and very important to the United Kingdom, because the impact of what happens in Europe always washes up on our shores, and it's already impacted us quite profoundly in the last 3 years. And that's why I think it's always important to appreciate that what's happening internationally is having a huge impact on us domestically.